Season 2 of the Battle Royale program just came out, so I want to make a video on the cards you guys should be choosing in order to go 12-0 in Battle Royale. Now, as somebody who is a top player in Battle Royale, I have a pretty good indicator of what cards are good and what cards are bad, but sometimes it does come down to personal preference, so cards that I do well with, you might not do well with, but I want to give the best idea of what cards you guys should be using. That way we can help you guys out the best way we can. Now, if you guys do find this video helpful, please do subscribe. We're like 40 subscribers away from 1,000, which is crazy. So thank you guys very much on the love of that. Make sure you guys do like the video as well. And comment down below any cards you guys like to use too. But without further ado, let's get into Battle Royale draft and go over these cards. Okay, so here we are in the Battle Royale draft. As you guys know, in the first round, we also take somebody that has good fielding, good hitting. Jazz Chisholm is the guy right there. So here we go. We get to our first diamond round. As you guys know, with the program, there is a diamond round, there is a gold round, and there's a silver round that you're guaranteed every single time. So first off, we're going to go over all these cards, and I'm going to go over ranking them on who you guys should be choosing. So let's start off with Willie Adames. Now, Willie right here has had a fantastic swing in years past. I still think he has a great swing as well. The attributes are very good there too. The only bad thing about Willie, I guess if you guys can say it, is his accuracy. So, you know, that throw meter is already tough. That could make it a lot tougher. And the speed at 67. That's not anything too bad, but we love to have a little bit more speed there at the diamond round. He does have pretty good hitting attributes. It is reverse split, so if you do struggle against righties in a righty-righty matchup, he might not be the guy for you, but he can play shortstop, third base, and second base. Now, moving on to Alex Hall from Australia. He is a switch hitting catcher, which you guys, if you remember MJ Melendez from the last BR program, this guy could stack up against him. I'm not saying he's just as good, but the switch hitting catcher ability is a major W. Obviously, some pretty good hitting attributes right there. The fielding is kind of meh, but at catcher, it doesn't really matter that much. 63 speed for a catcher as well is very, very good. He can also play first base, so he's got a little bit of position flexibility as well. Moving along to our first starting pitcher here, that's a diamond. I have no idea how to say his name. I'm going to say Miyagi. If I murdered that, I apologize to Miyagi family here. But we have our first starting pitcher, a lefty. Pretty good stuff. He's got 94 walks per nine, which is really, really nice. The four-seam curveball, slider, and circle change. I wish there was a sinker or a cutter there. Could probably help out a little bit more with that pitching. But that is a first diamond pitcher right there. And then we have our last diamond of this round. We have Ruben Tejada. A lot of contact, which this year contact matters a lot more than in years past. So that's awesome to see. Pretty good fielding. Pretty good speed there too. Can also play second base and third base. So for this round, in my opinion, I don't know why you would not take the switch hitting catcher. Lock down the catcher position in Battle Royale is such a huge thing. So I would personally go with Alex Hall. Now next after that, go Willie Adames. Pretty good fielding, pretty good attributes as well. Then we go on to Ruben Tejada. Again, a lot of contact. Third pick there. Probably wouldn't take him, but that's just me. And then we have the starting pitcher. Obviously, diamond starting pitchers in Battle Royale. Do not take them. They're not worth the pick right there. So right here we go with Alex Hall. So let's go ahead and focus on our guaranteed gold round. We're going to start with Brady Singer right here. He's got the sinker, slider, circle change, and the four-seam fastball. He doesn't actually look horrible, to be honest with you guys. The walks line are pretty good. The hits per nine being at 66 is kind of low in my opinion, so I don't really love that. Next, we have Garrett Stubbs. Garrett Stubbs is a third base that can also play catcher, which is humongous, especially for the position flexibility in Battle Royale. Left field and right field, he's got pretty good contact. Decent stuff with the power as well. Fielding is kind of mess, so I wouldn't put him outside of being a third baseman, especially in the outfield. You could probably get away with him at catcher. And 55 speed, you know, it's decent. It's not the worst. It's not the best. Going to Alex Verdugo, who's a primary left fielder, but also plays center field and right field. The contact numbers look pretty good. Even the power versus righty is pretty good too. The power versus lefty does not look great, but I promise you guys, Alex Verdugo has a fantastic swing. He doesn't have very many quirks here either, but his swing is very good. I promise you guys. You'll love to use him. Decent fielding again, not too much right there, not too much speed either. Will kind of be a liability out there, so definitely leave him in left field if you do take him. And then we have Logan Wade, and he's got a lot of contact, got some speed, got some good fielding. He can play pretty much any position. The power's pretty low on him, so I don't know if he'd be the best pick, but he's there in that gold round. So if I had to rank these guys right here, Garrett Stubbs, in my opinion, is the #1 pick here. I've used him in a couple Battle Royale drafts right now, and I think I'm batting almost 900 with him. He's got a really good swing, a lefty. I really like that. Then we have Alex Verdugo. Again, like I said, he's got a really good swing, in my opinion. He would be the second pick right here. I would actually go Brady Singer as the third pick. You can get away with using gold starting pitchers this year. It's a lot more viable than it was in past years. And that leaves Logan Wade as our last pick. Again, there's really not a horrible pick here, but I think Garrett Stubbs will help you guys out the most. Now we have our final guaranteed round of our silver cards here. Now, unfortunately, these are not as good as they were in the last program that we had. I loved Erasmo Ramirez. I took him every single time, got him to P5. He was an automatic pick for me. These ones, not so much. So we're going to go ahead and start out with Duque. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not going to say his last name because I'm sure it's pronounced way different than what I'm going to try to say. Sinker, slurve, changeup, four-seam fastball. Very, very low on the velocity, but has a lot of break, which can be a really, really good thing. Hits per 9, Ks per 9 are in a really good spot. The walks per 9 is 65. You can get away with that. It's not horrible. It's not the best, but you can, like I said, you can definitely get away with it. He is a relief pitcher, so keep that in mind as well. Then we got my man Shlomo Lepetz. Now, if you guys don't know about the legend of Shlomo, my man throws a 80-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. He's got a changeup at 71, a sinker at 80, and then we have a slider at 75. Shlomo has great walks per 9. Even the hits per 9 are not horrible either. He's also 45 years old, so that's why he doesn't throw very hard. But he has a decent pitch mix. Now, this would be a pick you would take if you want to throw somebody off, especially if you had somebody throwing like 100 miles an hour. Then you bring in Shlomo for like 1 out or so. I would not use him for a longer tenure than that. Do not try to get 3 batters out of them because I think it might be almost impossible. Then we have Eric Sogard at second base. Again, pretty good contact, good fielding. Low on the speed, but he can play third base and shortstop. He's got decent clutch there, too. Just a reminder, clutch is a really big thing in this year's game. And then we have Guillermo, which, again, Zuniga, I think. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm not positive on that. But we got Guillermo here. He's got great hits for 9, great Ks for 9, 65 walks for 9. It's decent. It's okay. He does have 99 velocity, which I like a lot, and 90 break. The biggest downfall of Guillermo, though, is that he only has a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a 2-seam fastball. We love to see the sinker, the cutter, all that good stuff in Battle Royale, but that's the pitches that I gave him. And I think he might have outlier. He does have outlier 1 as well. So if we're looking at this one right here, I've been taking Guillermo. I've been using him against guys that, you know, that kind of struggle at the plate, especially against speed. I think he's a pretty good pick to take right there. There really is not a great round here in the silver rounds, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. Next, I'll go with Duque because he does have that. Again, he does have that sinker. Got a decent pitch mix. We got Shlomo coming in third. Now, above Eric Sogard, again, like right here, it's kind of like a 3A, 3B thing. I don't think there really is like a wrong pick with these guys. But Shlomo, like I said, he can throw people off. If you have somebody throwing 100 miles an hour, you bring him in next for an out or so. It can throw people off. And then Eric Sogard, obviously, would be the last pick right here. So that will do it here for this Season 2 guide. Hopefully it helps you guys out. Go get those guys, man. 99 Ken Griffey Jr., 99 Jorge Posada, and 99 Vita Blue are very, very good cards now, especially that Posada with the switch hitting ability. Obviously, Ken Griffey Jr. is Ken Griffey Jr. Vita Blue couldn't be bad either. So make sure you guys get the program done. Go 12-0, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Peace.